Hello, welcome to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield. I am here with Chef Josh Mutchnick and Chef Jamaurin Wright. They also know Chef Vino. That's what we're going to use going forward. They're here from JEM Restaurant in the Edge District, which just celebrated 3 years and some change. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Today we're going to talk about JEM, the team that makes it all work, how JEM is participating in the Edgy Tomato Fest that's coming up on August 22nd, and maybe make an announcement, a world premiere, something fun.
Premiere.
We'll save it for the end. Before we get started, know this is Sound Bites. It's the Daily Memphian's food, drink, and dining podcast. It's part of our free podcast pod at the Daily Memphian. Make sure you don't miss out on any of our old episodes of Sound Bites. I say old. I shouldn't say that. Any of the amazing, fun people we've talked to.
In the past episodes
of Sound Bites. You can subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube now. You can read and listen at dailymemphian.com. Plus, you can hear the newest episodes of Sound Bites every Thursday at 11 on WYXR radio. If you're listening on WYXR right now, don't click your mouse away or turn your dial or leave the room, because our Daily Memphian CEO, Eric Barnes, will be on with the Sidebar podcast, talking to arts and culture folks from around the city. But let's get going with Josh and Vino. Thank you again for being here.
Super excited.
If you will indulge me, I would like to read the lead of this article that I wrote 3 years ago when JEM opened. I said, eclectic is an overused term, but it's a good word for when hamachi crudo, chicken liver pate, spinach dip, and a double cheeseburger all appear on the same menu.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years. Congratulations again. How many of those things are still on the menu?
Surprisingly, all of them.
So the chicken liver pate, we swapped it out for, it's like the same heart of it, but it's a duck rillette.
Yes.
So it's like a different protein. And the hamachi crudo, we changed the set to it, so it's different flavors. So we updated that, but we have to have the double cheeseburger with our potato wedges. It's super tasty.
It's required. People get they have their regular things, and they have to have them.
Right.
Yeah, but I bet there's other people that come in and try something new every time, too.
We have a lot. We're lucky to have a lot of regulars, and those people eat through the menu, and I want all the feedback, and that's why we also run specials almost every weekend. And
yes.
They really are coming to see what we do.
Yeah. I love that. You can go either direction depending on how you're feeling. What's been some highlights?
What hasn't been? I mean, we've had... what do you call it? We had a Sunday supper almost every last Sunday of the month. Mm-hmm. We have the wine dinners. We have, what do we call it? Lucha now. We have that. And Luke's been doing a great job with that. There's so many specials where I'm the guy that's always trying to save things, because I was raised with my grandma and she didn't throw anything away.
Right.
So anytime we have anything that looks like waste, I'm like, no, we can use that. That's money on the table. That's experiences for somebody. This can be used, and I'm always trying to incorporate something. And Josh is super open to it, so I'm like, yeah, we can do this, and he's like, all right, put it to the side. Let's see what we can do with it with that, and somehow, some way or another, it ends up on the Sunday brunch or the Sunday supper, and yeah, that's the new thing, and because the new thing keeps getting more and more new.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah,
it's constantly changing.
It's kind of weird, but it's chaotic and it's lovely. We love it.
It's also a really sustainable approach, as well as a creative and smart business approach.
I think it's, and it sparks that creativity. I mean, I remember it was the first week when we were opening. I don't even think we were open yet, and we were making a chili condiment, and we were draining off the peppers, the peppadew peppers, and I was like, yeah, just get rid of the liquid. And Vino was like, you need to taste this. Yeah. And so I tasted it, and I was like, oh, wow.
That's great.
And then so we took it and made it into a gel and used it as a garnish, and it really elevated that dish. And I'm a believer that we're a team, and we all believe in something, and we all get excited about stuff that makes the food a lot better. And so that is just one instance where it's we save something because of Vino, and it makes the dish better.
Yeah, I think we do that on almost all of the dishes, if not most. I'm just the type that's like, if I know that there's a way to use something, we're going to have to use it at least once, and see how we like it, see how it turns out. Maybe it'll be incorporated into the menu or some of our specials or whatnot, but it's always an experience to try to turn something that everyone throws away into something that, is delicate and nice and performs on the plate.
And I like that you're like, you got to taste this.
Yeah.
And that's really where it came from.
Because
like,
I was
You got to
curious.
taste this. Like,
I was
if it
very
doesn't
curious.
taste good, like, okay, maybe we got to let that one go. But
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those moments where we're always running around and like we are always tasting things. And so it was a moment where I stopped in my tracks and I was like, oh yeah, like I was wrong about this. Like, let's open it up for all of us to like add something cool to the plate.
I love that. I know both of you have had plenty of restaurant experience, and I want to talk about that a little bit, but this is the first restaurant that you have owned outright. What has surprised you the most?
How much time do we have?
We have a couple of minutes.
Okay. So, yeah, it's the first restaurant. It's just my wife and myself. We're the only owners, no outside investors, nothing. And so there's a lot
Emily.
of... Emily, yes. She's the E and I'm the J in JEM. And so there's a lot of freedom that comes with that, but there's a lot of fear and pressure that comes from that as well.
Of course.
Like I've ran a lot of kitchens and there's always been people above me to make the final call, and like even if I make a bad call, it's on them. But it's just me. And that's why I love to surround myself with smart people that are passionate and believe in what we're doing. But everything kind of comes to us. And it's great, and there's a lot of freedom in that, but there's pressure to it.
Yeah, and you've been kind of surprised at the level of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like just like minor things that I was like, oh, this is not going to be an issue. Like I'm a planner, and so I had like notebooks and spreadsheets and stuff like that. And the things that I planned for like have gone pretty well, and then things I didn't even think of are like the curveballs. Yeah, it's like an everyday thing, but I don't see myself doing anything else. I love it. Since I was a little kid, I wanted to have a restaurant.
So I didn't realize this. I don't know. I somehow missed this fact, but you're from the Gulf South, like me, close enough.
Yep.
You're from Mobile. I'm from Hattiesburg. What was it like growing up there? And how did that region's food influence or not influence?
Oh, it definitely influenced me. So growing up, I really took for granted like how great the seafood is there. Growing up, I would eat Gulf oysters and po' boys and shrimp and crab and all this like beautiful, beautiful seafood. And because Mobile is close enough to New Orleans and has a similar French history, like there's a lot of that cuisine as well. And so growing up, I was just like, that's just how it is. And like I said, I wanted to be a chef since I was little, so I went to culinary school. And then that was up in New York City or outside of New York City. And that's when I was like, oh, I was very fortunate to have access to so much crab and so much seafood. Like in Mobile, on the side of the road, there's like a guy with a cooler selling fresh crab. And any other, like in Memphis, like that, I would be like, no way are we going to eat that crab. But like, that's just how it is in Mobile.
In Mobile, you're like, that's where we're going.
That's the, like, we would get it and go home and eat like crab, West Indies salad, like crab salad. And so I was very fortunate to have that in my life. And I think because that was one of the reasons why I wanted to be a chef, is like how important food is to us, especially from there. And how like a few years ago, the BP oil spill affected that whole area and affected the food in that area. And it really affected me because it's like, am I never going to be able to have the things that I had when I was a child? And it's like better now, but it's still like a very scary time where it's like those actions could transform our food landscape and not just like our ecosystem.
Right. So, you said you are born and raised Memphian, but you had a walkabout.
Yeah.
Where all did you go?
Well, I started off, I went to Miami when I was about 17. I went there for culinary school, and I stayed there for a few years. In Miami, I went all over South Florida. So I spent a lot of time doing culinary things in South Florida. I tried every kind of restaurant that I could get my hands into or walk into. I worked at every kind of restaurant that I could work in. I would go in and be like, hey, can I come work here? They're like, oh, well, we don't have a position open and, we can't afford it. I don't care. Like, let me stage. Let me do the 3-month stage thing and not even get paid. And I was in culinary school trying to do this. And I just so happened to run across a whole lot of experience and other places up north that I could actually go to. And a couple of Michelin chefs that I worked with, they kind of invited me to other places. So then I went to D.C. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Providence, Rhode Island. That was a good place for me to go. All up and down the east side of the United States. So it was a lot of places that I had to stop at and kind of visit before I came back home.
What stood out in Rhode Island?
The water, the water, and Down City.
Yeah.
Down City was like my favorite part. Down City, Providence. They have this big lake, and then there was a culinary school. So the culinary school that I went to, Johnson & Wales University, they had 4 campuses. One of them was in North Miami, and one of them was in Providence, Rhode Island. So when I came up to visit the one in Providence, Rhode Island, I had no idea that it was like built right next to this huge body of water. So I was able to be there, and then I was able to try the food that was there. Pretty similar. Even the architecture is kind of similar to downtown Memphis. You get like those old style buildings and things, but the culture is like very networky. Like everyone kind of just talks to each other, and it's a familiar feeling when you've been downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of that was great.
You came back to Memphis. Why'd you decide to come back home?
Actually, so I came back home on a break, and I had a child on the way. Before my child was born, I went back to Miami, see if I could make some more funds, see if I could start building a name for myself and things. And when my child was about to be born, I came back and I was like, all right, it's go time. Let's see what I could do in the city, and let's see what we can do here. I actually didn't feel like there was anything in the city for me at first when I was a lot younger, but I hadn't even been around the city. I didn't even know my city fully to even like really feel that way. But when I got back after having a child, it kind of changed me internally, psychologically, and everything. And it made me explore. And as I explored, I found out that there was so much more to my city that I didn't know, and that's what kept me here. Because I could have left again, but I don't want to actually. I actually want to stay a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people that grow up in Memphis and maybe they're kind of sequestered in their own neighborhood, like wherever that is, and they don't get outside of that because they're kids. And if you left when you're 17, and then you come back to Memphis as an adult, it's like a different city, or it can be.
Different.
If you get out of your parents' or your family's neighborhood and you see others, then you can, you experience it differently. And I moved here when I was 18, so I kind of got to do that from the start. But it was the same experience my peers were having getting out of their house. So I like that you share with that. And that's good honesty. You come to a place sometimes and you're like, you can't immediately see how it's going to go. And Memphis, people are very friendly, but they can be networky too.
Yeah.
That's probably like everywhere. Okay. Let's get back to it. JEM. Was there a specific dish, and either one you can answer, that you were like, no, this is the one that's going to lead the way for us, or something that sparked, like, oh, we need to build a menu now. We need to make this a real place?
There's 2 dishes that come to my mind, but I'm curious to see what Vino, if anything comes to Vino's mind.
What comes to my mind is a lot of dishes that are not on the menu.
Sure. They were part of the process.
Right.
Yeah, and these weren't even dishes that we thought to put on the menu. These just kind of so happened to be thoughts first. And it was this kind of gears towards another topic. But we were experimenting with several things that we had on the menu, and we had waste again, and this is kind of what led to it. But I was like, oh, well, we could do these things with those, like our bread pudding. The fact that we use our bread to make our bread pudding, and even with the bread pudding, we still have waste from that because we have to trim it. And I end up deep frying one of them, and I was like, hey, this is kind of fire. Like, we need to put this on the menu somehow, some way. And I think we thought about like French toast sticks or something like that. And I was like, yeah, we got this. So this goes down in the book. And we kind of got a long list of things like that that are on there. So
you can always go back to it.
Right? Yeah. And one of the things that I think we really connected on is when we first met, we both had notebooks.
Yeah.
And like we took out our notebooks and we both keep ideas. We both like basically journal our culinary thoughts. And like that's like frees up so much space in your head, and you can move forward and recall all that stuff.
Yeah.
But to go back to your question, I think the two dishes that kind of are like, I remember tasting for the first time during R&D. I think the first one is the vegan arancini, which we make with kimchi. And typically kimchi is not vegan. It's made with like seafood or shrimp paste. But we make it in-house. Unless the health department's listening, then we do not make it in-house.
Sure.
Hypothetically, we make it in-house. And then, so we use all these different Asian peppers and spices. We make risotto out of it with local arborio rice. And then roll it and fry it and serve it with a charred scallion and tofu aioli. And it kind of hits all these different like spiciness.
It's a crowd pleaser.
It's a crowd pleaser, and it's like umami, spicy. There's a little bitterness from the charred scallion, but there's a lot of richness from the tofu aioli, and then we serve it with pickled daikon radish, so it really brightens it up. And that wasn't even supposed to be on the menu.
Yeah.
I did an event before we opened. We tasted it, and Emily's like, this has to go on the menu. And that's like our biggest seller. And then the second one is, I tell everyone it's our showstopper. It's our big 24-hour short rib adobo. So it's like over a pound of meat. It has 4 bones in it. It's like cross-cut. It's a Filipino-style adobo dish. And the first time I had it, like at a Filipino place, I was like, this is incredible. I've never had anything like it. Like culinary school teaches us like French and like Western cuisine heavily. And this is something I've never had. Like the flavors were off the chart. And so I wanted to be inspired by that and kind of do it with a technique that I'm familiar with braising short rib. So it's coconut milk, cane vinegar, soy sauce, and a lot of bay leaves, lots of other aromatics as well. And all those are like Filipino sourced. And so we make this glaze, take this big honkin' piece of short rib, slowly braise it for 24 hours, serve it with local jasmine rice and roasted veggies, super tasty. But the first time I tasted it, I was like, this is something really special. And as chefs, like we taste a lot of food, and sometimes it's like, yeah, it needs more salt, like needs whatever. And then sometimes similar to the pepper juice that Vino showed me, it's like you stop and you're like, oh, this is something unique, this is something different, like it gets the gears turning. And the first time I tasted that, that's how I felt. And when you have that feeling, you know it's going to be something special, and you want to give that to the guest.
And make it happen again.
And
with something else, probably. No pressure. Okay, let's talk about the Edgy Tomato Fest. So that's coming up in the Edge District where the restaurant is. You guys are going to have a setup at the event. Okay, here's the basics. August 22nd, that's a Saturday, 4 to 9 p.m. It's free to walk around. There's going to be vendors and restaurants selling tomato-centric dishes and drinks and art. What is the plan? Because last week, people should listen to the episode of Soundbites with Stacey Greenberg, one of the organizers, and Anderson Goen, one of the other organizers, giving us a preview. But I want to hear it from you guys.
So unfortunately for Stacey, I don't think there's going to be clowns, but
she's
a big clownaholic or clown supporter.
Clown support? None of these are good.
I apologize,
sound good.
Stacey.
No, it's okay. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. I'm tempted to dress up like a big tomato, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But so we're going to have...
that's the spirit.
Right?
It's the right spirit.
So we're kicking off at JEM, and I know a bunch of other places. We're doing like basically a week-long tomato festival baby guy, and then it's going to be the crown jewel is going to be the Saturday.
Amazing.
So we're kicking it off Tuesday. We're doing a tomato wine dinner with rootstock. So every course is going to have tomato incorporated with it. Unfortunately, it's sold out right now. So that means next time, like keep a lookout. But so that's going to be a big, exciting kickoff. Then we're running multiple tomato specials at JEM. The whole week, including panzanella salad, tomato galette that we ran last year. That's like based on like a childhood memory of mine. And then Saturday, we're going to do everything.
Okay.
So at the event, we're going to have a booth, and we're going to give away samples of some chilled tomato gazpacho made with local tomatoes. That's like super refreshing, especially on like a toasty summer day. Then on our patio, I'm going to set up the grill. We're going to have some grilled tomato sandwiches. And then if you want a full meal and experience some of those tomato specials, you can come inside to the restaurant. So we're like going all in. Growing up in Mobile, there's tons of seafood, but because of the weather, tomatoes were like kind of the one thing that we were super excited about at the local farmers market. So like tomatoes are really close to my heart. So we're really excited about it.
And there's going to be a tomato drink?
There's going to be a tomato drink. So Luke, we tasted it last night. So I got in a bunch of green tomatoes.
Yes.
And again, these are all local tomatoes. We roasted them up, pureed them, strained them, and it's going to be with mezcal, a couple other ingredients. But it's like super, super unique where it has like these notes of tomato. We're putting some spice in it. It's going to be great.
Thoughts on tomatoes? Or what's your favorite dish y'all are going to be serving?
Honestly, I love the panzanella. Panzanella is always a thing for me. I don't know why I didn't grow up eating panzanella. I did grow up eating lots of tomatoes.
I did not grow up eating panzanella.
Yeah, I didn't. I had no
What it
idea.
is. I bet a lot of people don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Tell us.
Okay, so in the name is how when I first heard of it, this is what I thought. Panzanella. Pan is first, that's bread.
Yes.
And then when I hear zanella, it just sounds like a salad, right? And that's basically what a panzanella is. It's a bread salad. And you normally take like old bread or day-old bread or bread that you're not going to use, and you cube it up, chop it up, or rip it, give it a little roast, make croutons out of it, and then you would toss it with things like fennel, cucumbers, tomatoes, shallots, or onion, get you a little vinaigrette, or maybe just vinegar and oil, salt and pepper, and you mix that up, and it's surprisingly great. The bread doesn't get like super soggy. It kind of soaks it up just right, just like a crouton would in a salad, like a Caesar salad. So if you can imagine that, but like less leafy and more like tomato and more onion and garlic.
It's a lettuce-free salad.
Yeah, it really
That's
is.
That's not
and
relevant for any reason.
I mean, that's a great point right there. No lettuce in this
I think
salad.
we're in the clear, but
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's delicious. It's a perfect summer.
Yeah, it is. It really is a perfect summer dish right there.
Gazpacho. I forget about gazpacho. I don't know why, but I just do, and I'm so glad you reminded me. When I worked at Napa Cafe, we had in the summer one of our daily seasonal soups. This was like, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. Yep, I'm old. It's fine. And we would have that in the summer, and we would have, we served it with like bread that we were baking, not baking there, but like heating up there and serving there. And I just remember vividly, we would all come in, the servers would all like, we're going to commandeer this one loaf, slice it up, and we would put the gazpacho in the coffee cups, and we would dip the hot bread in the cold tomato. It was like salsa, like. I mean, it's not salsa; it's different, but it was like it was a similar feeling, and that was breakfast. It's like 9:30 in the morning, like gazpacho
before a shift at work.
That sounds like a chef breakfast.
Yeah. I stayed alive on like soup and bread working there. I don't know even know if that was allowed. Don't listen, Glinda. It's fine. Okay. What else should we know about the Tomato Festival? It's like a neighborhood event. Like people may be envisioning different things, like a county fair type of thing. Like obviously the Nashville Tomato Art Festival has been around a long time. It's really big, and parades and stuff. This is going to be something else.
I think it's going to be a combination of like all of that.
Yeah.
To be honest, especially because of Memphis and how we are in Memphis. We hear one thing and we take it and we transform it into something different and something new and more creative. And I feel like this is what it's going to be. I mean, we have a rootstock right there. We have an art gallery right there. We have, we're right there, the restaurant right there. And there's so many other places in that same area that are participating. And then you're going to have all the people walking through. Everyone's coming with different ideas. Some people may just walk in with a cart full of fresh tomatoes for no reason. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm expecting it all. I'm expecting it all.
I do like your idea of dressing up like a tomato. People need to dress up.
Yeah.
Get with it. Okay, let's do some kind of quick questions here for the last few minutes. Do you cook at home?
No.
No.
I don't. I know Vino does, but I'm very fortunate. Emily, my wife, cooks for me, and she cooks for herself and saves me a portion so I can take for lunch. So I'm very spoiled. I eat and prepare cereal all the time, so that's my meal.
What's your cereal of choice?
I do. It's usually like 4 different mixes.
That's why you said prepare.
Yes, I chef it. I chef cereal together. But my favorite cereal, hands down, Cinnamon Life. But that's like guilty pleasure.
Cinnamon Life.
Yeah.
Nelly Van Gundy's losing it.
That sounds like
Cinnamon
nostalgia.
Life.
Yeah.
Hear that.
Yeah, it sounds healthy, but you pour it out and it's just like cinnamon sugar just falls out.
good.
It's so good. But no, I do a
That's
mix.
good for you.
It's great. Yeah, it's
Good for your
mentally.
mental health.
Yes. But I know Vino cooks a lot more.
What's the main thing you cook at home, or what's your go-to?
There isn't one. Like, there's so many different things that I have to cook. I say that not lightly. I have to cook these things. My children, they will eat everything in the house. If I don't cook, all of the snacks are gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So like, if you name it, I've probably cooked. Like the other week, I cooked the bolognese at home, and I even cooked it at the restaurant too, because I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to cook this for my kids. I'm stuck thinking about it. I'm just gonna make bolognese for the whole week. So I did it at the restaurant,
delicious.
and we had it for the whole week. And then I did it at home that same day, and we had it for the whole week. But they kind of demolished it, so I had to like make a second coming of it.
Coming of the bolognese.
Yeah, because I was like, y'all want mac and cheese?
It came down from the mountain.
We want what you just had.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, cool. And it's all type of things, from roasted chickens to steaks with gremolata or some type of salsita, all types of stuff, tacos, pizza. If you name it, I am making it at home, I promise.
And you smoke a lot of meats.
Yes, I love smoking meats. I have a mulberry tree in my backyard. So every year or every few months, I'll cut it down. It grows so fast. I'll cut it down, and I'll take the wood and let it dry, and or I'll dry it myself, and I use that for smoking. And chefs tasted a couple of chickens that I brought in, or steaks, tri-tip and things like that. And I'll just take them and I'll smoke them, sometimes overnight, sometimes right before work. However I can get it in, I smoke it. And I'm actually taking care of the wood now to bundle it up. So, yeah.
Okay, where is one place you're eating out when you're eating out and you're not working? Or it could just be a place you had recently. We had a great meal in Memphis.
I mean, I go to Petals of a Peony way too much.
Everyone says
That's
that.
a fact.
I know, and I was like trying to dig for another place because that's such a like great place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
That's
like
okay.
it's like spicy, umami. I love it.
7 times a month we have it for family meal. At least 7 times. Me, I can't even remember the last time I went out to eat.
Fair enough.
I'd have to dig, and it'd take too long for me to find it. It probably, honestly, no. It'd be like at the gas station.
Yeah.
There's 2 places. One of them is Hunt's Brother Pizza. If you know Hunt Brother Pizza, you know. So, like, we having that. If I don't feel like cooking and I know it's up the street, Hunt's Brother Pizza it is. They got it. It's great. It's amazing. And then the other spot is this gas station where they just introduced fried chicken and fish and fries, etc. If I'm by myself and I'm just like, all right, I need something to eat real quick, I'm gonna go in there and get a $3 giant chicken breast that's fried, and I'm gonna call it a day.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I don't care if it is.
Perfect. Okay, we just have a couple minutes left, but we were talking about something y'all may be doing new at the restaurant that everyone is very excited about.
So this is a world premiere. So it's on the horizon, but I want to get everyone excited about it. Keep an eye out. The JEM team, we're planning to do brunch in the near future. And it's going to be the way, thank you. It's going to be JEM way. So it's like small menu inspired by seasonality and just stuff that we're excited about and that we want to give to our friends that come in and dine with us. And one of the things that Vino mentioned earlier may or may not be on the menu, but
Sneak peek, Easter egg.
Yeah. You got to rewind it to listen again. But yeah, we're super excited, and for us, that's like the next evolution of the restaurant. We're kind of stabilized with, dinner service, and so we're like, what's the next step?
Yeah.
And all those notebooks that we have full of ideas, a lot of those are brunch ideas.
Yeah,
so we're super excited.
Most of them.
But it's going to soft launch, and that's going to be invited through our email list. And then after that's kind of ironed out, then we'll
let everybody in.
Let everybody in. But
Yes.
it's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited.
We're joking about people being excited because there's this sort of stereotype that servers don't love a brunch service. They're tired. It's a weekday. But we're all going forward with a positive attitude. I'm going with y'all.
Yeah,
for
positive
your team.
attitude.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you just smile and just keep saying positive
That's it.
attitude a lot, and
Yep.
that works.
It's always worked.
It
It's
always
never
works.
failed anyone.
I just use his saying that he says it's gonna be great. They're gonna love it.
right.
I think
that's
they
it.
will love it.
That's
you
our
know,
motto now.
And the funny thing about that saying
They've
is
loved everything else. So
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. For us, that's like it's going to be great. They're going to love it. That's like we can put our signature on it and send it out into the world for people to enjoy. Yeah.
yeah. Well, Chef Josh, thank you so much. Chef Vino, thank you. Also, you guys were really fun to talk to. Go visit them in the Edge District. Go visit them for Edgy Tomato Fest. That is all the time we have today. Folks, you can listen to Soundbites on WYXR Radio Thursdays at 11 a.m. or listen wherever you get your podcasts on your apps, on your phones, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, dailymemphian.com. There'll be a little story that goes along with this at Daily Memphian that'll have some links to fun stuff. But thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.